Do you have bad Wi-Fi reception in some of your rooms and don't really want to have long LAN cables lying around? Then here is a solution for you. This quick video is about the TP-Link Powerline series. And what the hell is that? Let's find out. So how does this work? These type of systems usually have two main components. The first one is a transmitter like this, and then one or more receivers, just like this. And I have, maybe I don't know what exactly the terminology is here, but for the simplicity of it, I will call this a transmitter and I will call this the receiver. And let's just go with it. Setting this thing up is stupidly simple. We just need to plug the transmitter into a wall socket and then plug an Ethernet cable coming from our router into this Ethernet port. And you probably should plug these two close to each other, otherwise you have to run another LAN cable from the router to this thing, and it kind of ruins the purpose. So yeah, just plug them close to each other. And then this transmitter will start injecting data signals into the power line or the power grid of your house. And then these signals are available throughout the house and even the entire building. So be aware of that. And this method is called modulation, and it's the same way that our ADSL phone lines work or internet works in the phone line. It will start transmitting high frequency signals into the phone line and it will separate the phone data with the internet data. So that's how it works. And you can also read more about how this thing works. Yeah, just Google it. And then you just plug the receiver into another wall outlet and that's pretty much it. Well, not that simple though, but it's not super hard. We just need to pair this transmitter into the receiver using the inbuilt pair button in both of these things, and then it will connect. And then we have to install a super simple app for the TP-Link, whatever it's called. I will put the name here. And then you can set up the new Wi-Fi connection for this. Yes, a new Wi-Fi SSID. If you need to use the existing Wi-Fi name and password, you need to use the WPS button on your router and then the Wi-Fi button on the transmitter, and then this will automatically connect, and all the Wi-Fi, the name and the password will be synced to this one and to all the receivers without any problem. So you don't have to change any of the data or the passwords in other devices. But of course, you can also use the LAN cable to plug any device as well. But if you use the second option to connect using the WPS syncing, and then everything will work without any problem. You wouldn't even notice. It will still just start working. So all good, right? Well, not quite. But before going into that, I've been working on several courses on Udemy. If you are into programming or want to get started with it, I have a perfect course for you. You can learn programming with Python from the scratch, but at a very little small expense. It's kind of cheap, the course. I'll leave a link in the description below in case you want to try it, and it will help me out to keep creating content. And no, Udemy is not sponsoring this video, but Udemy, if you are watching this, you know where to find me. With that out of there, let's continue. One of the biggest issues with this system is the speed. The wiring of a normal house is not meant for data transferring, and they're usually made with thick copper wires that have higher resistance, and it cannot transfer high frequency signals that ultimately will result in the data transfer speeds. Usually that will be up to 200 megabits per second. If your house has older wiring, this might not even give that number, maybe it's a little bit less, but it's way better than before. Anyway, you can just order this, try it out, and if it doesn't work, you can simply return it. So just check with your retailer if they allow returns. However, still, my PlayStation 5 still has lower internet speeds, probably because of a firmware problem, because I saw many people actually complain about this. And I had a lot of Wi-Fi connection drops previously and I couldn't stream anything or any of my gameplays. But now it works without any issue with the LAN port of the receiver, not the Wi-Fi. So probably something wrong with Wi-Fi and the PlayStation. Do you have the same problem? Let me know in the comment section below. And another issue is when you plug the transmitter and the receiver plugged a little bit too far. Then this can also result in low data speeds, because the longer the data signal has to travel, the less the signal strength would be. Just typical signal degradation, I guess. Apart from all of those things, one important thing is you must plug these things, both transmitter and the receivers, directly into the wall outlet. The reason is, if you plug this into a power strip or UPS, they will detect these data signals as noise and then try to smoothen it out, and it will cause data loss. So make sure that you plug all these devices, the transmitter and the receivers, directly into the wall outlet. And the next concern is you should try to avoid plugging a lot of receivers into your power line or the power sockets, because it will ultimately create data congestion, and our power lines are not meant for signal transferring, right? So then it will result also low data speeds. So make sure that you will have, I don't know, 1 or 2, whatever matches your requirement, not a lot. One important thing to notice here is that you must secure your Wi-Fi coming out of this receiver with a password. That's why you need the app installed on your phone. Log into this thing and immediately change your Wi-Fi password unless you are using the WPS connection. Then it will avoid your neighbors using your precious internet. Okay, enough, Praneeth. Is this usable? Yes, of course. If you have thick walls in your house or even multiple floors with a single port for the internet, then this definitely helps. 200 Mbps is more than enough for 4K streaming and many other use cases. Yeah, it works. If you want to buy this device, I will leave some affiliate links in the description below. And if you buy with them, you can help the channel without any additional cost for you. And that's it from me. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And share this video with anyone who will be interested extending their Wi-Fi or internet connection to other rooms where it has weak signal. Exactly what I did in this video. But get vaccinated, stay home, try to stay home, and definitely stay safe. And I will catch you in the next one.